Born for the track, built for the streets. The 2025 Porsche Taycan Turbo GT breaks all the rules. The electric performance game has never been more ruthless, and Porsche has no intention of playing it safe. Enter the 2025 Taycan Turbo GT, a vehicle that doesn't just step into the ring with the world's fastest EVs, it walks in swinging. Armed with 1019 horsepower, a stripped-down interior, and Nürburgring-conquering hardware, this is the most hardcore Taycan ever produced. It's not just a faster Taycan, it's a purpose-built electric beast, honed for lap records, and born from Porsche's relentless drive to out-engineer every rival in sight. Forget comfort-first EVs and softly sprung sedans. The Taycan Turbo GT throws down a challenge. If you're not ready for extremes, this car isn't for you. A ruthless pursuit of weight loss. When Porsche set out to create the Taycan Turbo GT, they weren't looking to add more gadgets or plush features. Instead, they put the Taycan on a brutal performance diet. Every pound that could be shed was, and it shows, out went the rear seats, replaced by a carbon fiber storage module that alone drops 49 pounds. Floor mats? Gone. Rear audio speakers? Eliminated. Even the driver's side charge port door and wiring were axed in favor of a new single-port configuration, just to cut a few extra ounces, even if it meant designing a whole new fender. The windshield is thinner, and interior sound insulation is minimized. All of this culminates in one of the lightest Taycans ever, especially if you opt for the Weissach package. That version adds even more weight-saving wizardry, while also turning the car into a downforce generating machine thanks to a large fixed rear wing, front and rear splitters, and a redesigned underbody. Weissach spec Taycans also come standard with Pirelli P0 Trofeo RS Elect tires, grippy, track-focused rubber that's custom-developed for Porsche's demands. These tires don't just improve performance, they redefine it. And yes, all Turbo GT models roll on lightweight 21-inch forged wheels. Weissach enhanced, leaner, meaner, louder. Opting for the Weissach package transforms the Taycan Turbo GT from a sharp sports sedan into a borderline track weapon. While the standard Turbo GT remains plenty aggressive, the Weissach variant is even more obsessed with performance. The numbers tell the story. Porsche claims it drops 165 pounds versus a regular Turbo GT, and even 157 pounds compared to a Turbo S independent weighing revealed something more dramatic. Our Weissach tester was 288 pounds lighter than the standard Turbo GT we tested, though the latter was outfitted with heavier options like a panoramic glass roof. Still, the point stands. Weissach equals weight loss, and weight loss equals speed. Of course, it's not all gain. That weight shedding comes at the cost of interior refinement. With less sound deadening and sticky tires that love to throw rocks, the Weissach doesn't insulate you from the road, it immerses you in it. Driving on anything but perfect pavement means you'll hear and feel everything. That's not a flaw, it's a feature, for the right buyer. The tire advantage, how rubber rewrote the rules. Take the Turbo GT to a racetrack, and you'll immediately understand the magic behind those Trofeo RS Elect tires. At the Monteblanco circuit in Spain, they completely transformed the car's handling. With the standard Pirelli P0Rs, the Taycan felt controlled but conservative. Mild understeer reminded you that this was still a four-door EV, but once you swap to the Trofeo RS tires, the car sharpens instantly. Front-end grip improves dramatically, and the balance becomes more playful. It rotates more eagerly through tight corners, and the rear end becomes responsive enough for a touch of oversteer when provoked, but never dangerously so. The Porsche Active Ride System, standard on the Turbo GT, keeps body roll in check and helps you fully exploit the tires' limits. It's one of the most sophisticated damping systems in the EV world, and allows this near 5,000-pound car to dance like something half its size. Even under extreme cornering loads, the Taycan stays remarkably flat and composed. Braking is equally impressive. Porsche's lightweight carbon ceramic brake system provides relentless stopping power. While there's a slight soft spot at the top of the pedal, once you get into it, the deceleration is as dramatic as the car's acceleration. Dual personalities. calm commuter or corner carver. Despite all the weight savings and hardcore setup, the Turbo GT manages to keep its cool on the street. The adaptive suspension smooths out rough roads with surprising grace, making the car usable even in urban or suburban settings. That said, the Weissach version does test your patience in daily driving. The reduced insulation, louder road noise, and constant tick-tick of debris hitting the underbody are reminders that you've chosen a no-compromise machine. But for many buyers, that's exactly the appeal. This car wasn't made to blend in. It was built to thrill. Electric Shockwave 1019. Horses at your fingertips, the star of the show is the powertrain. Using a new 900 amp inverter on the rear axle, upgraded from the Turbo S's 600 amp unit, Porsche was able to extract jaw-dropping performance. The Taycan Turbo GT delivers a max output of 1019 horsepower, but only in 10-second bursts. To help drivers access that power more easily during intense driving, Porsche added paddles behind the steering wheel. A Taycan first, the right paddle, engages boost mode, while the left toggles regenerative braking levels. It's a smart design, inspired by development driver Lars Kern, who used it to fine-tune power delivery during his record-setting laps at Laguna Seca and the Nürburgring, and, make no mistake, those records matter. This car wasn't built just for spec sheets. It was built to win. Records smashed, 0-60 in 1.9 seconds. The Taycan Turbo GT didn't just break records, it shattered them. Both the regular and Weissach versions sprint to 60 mph in an astonishing 1.9 seconds, making them the first production vehicles ever to dip below the 2-second mark in car and driver testing. From there, the Weissach pulls ahead. It's quicker through the quarter mile, 9.2 seconds versus 9.3, and beats the standard Turbo GT by half a second to 160 mph. On the skid pad, it generates 1.11 g of lateral acceleration, compared to the regular model's 1.08. On the track, the Turbo GT has left its rivals gasping. It beat the Tesla Model S Plaid at the Nürburgring by a staggering 18 seconds, and bested the previous Taycan Turbo S by 26 seconds. Development driver Lars Kern noted that the Weissach's higher top speed, 190 mph versus the Turbo S's 161, was worth up to 4 seconds alone in the fastest sections. The battle ahead, can it dethrone Lucid? At our most recent lightning lap, a regular Turbo GT on Trofeo RS Lex faced off against the Lucid Air Sapphire. The result? The Lucid won by 1.6 seconds. But that test didn't include the Weissach package. With a roughly 400-pound weight advantage over the Sapphire, the Weissach Taycan could very well flip the script in Porsche's favor. It's engineered not just to deliver brutal power, but to manage it lap after lap, especially on demanding circuits like the Nürburgring.